So I'm going to come on here as long as I possibly can. I'm out driving Lyft and Uber right now. It's about 5:45 in the morning. And I just gave a ride to a male prostitute. His age was about 21 years old. He was very open to have a conversation. He's been involved in this lifestyle for 3 years. And I asked him if he, over the course of 3 years, is he happier now or not? Or how does he feel at this stage of his life? And he answered and told me that he's not happier now than he was when he began this lifestyle of being a male prostitute. And he is, suffering depression and anxiety as a result of his lifestyle. And ultimately, I was not offended by this young man. I felt great compassion for this young man, really the compassion of the Lord. And so if I felt unoffended and I felt compassion, I just can't imagine the compassion of God and of Jesus for humanity when he came was unbelievable. That not even humanity in the worst of their sin had the authority to offend Jesus, disappoint him, upset him. He wasn't angry with sin. Sin was merely the consequence of humanity having no idea who they are and seeking perversion as a source of satisfaction, of acceptance, of validation, and of love. He came to save their lost souls. The soul was lost to who they were, therefore they were like today. This young man is steeped in sin and guilt and shame and depression for a separation from his Creator. And I got to share with him the gospel. I'm grateful that I got to share with him the truth of the magnitude of God's love for him. That God was not offended by his lifestyle. He's not surprised when he looks down upon humanity and sees humanity steeped in their sin and their confusion and their rebellion. Yes, there absolutely is a consequence under the law for sin, but Jesus has already paid the fine. And that's what people need to know, that Jesus, in his great love for this young man, has already paid to have his sin washed away, cleaned off of him, that he might walk into the place of acceptance, love. His soul is just seeking for acceptance. His soul is seeking satisfaction, true satisfaction. I told him my life, my testimony, how I am not a partaker of his lifestyle. I never was, but I was involved in affairs with women. I did have sex outside of marriage, so I made women the source of my satisfaction. Women became an attempt for me to find my soul's longing to be satisfied, to be accepted, to feel loved, to feel strong. But God never designed a woman to be the satisfaction of a man's longing soul, a man's aching soul for acceptance, for love, for pleasure. Only God can satisfy a soul's longing for validation, for true identity, for true worth. And that's all this is. That's all this is. Men and women engaging in perverted acts. It's a perversion because it's a perversion of truth. Man and a woman can never satisfy your soul's longing to be loved, to be accepted. We all long for that. And And when we're young, we think our Father's going to be the source of that, and the Father never is the source of that. Our human fathers, as much as maybe we are loved and accepted by them, on the rare occasion that your Father's in your life and you are accepted and loved by your Father, He's still not Jesus. Your Father is not Lord. And so the Father's true role in a child's life is to point that child to the one who is Lord, the one who has paid the price for you to have access to His love, to His face. I told this young man, I'm living in the satisfaction of God's love for me. I'm living in the place of acceptance, in the place of validation. I'm living a life of being tapped in to an unquenchable source of love, and I am satisfied. And it's not just for me, it's for you. And it's for you too. God bless.